Here's a clear, engaging YouTube audiobook script for Built to Last by Jim Collins and Jerry I. Porras, designed for about a 10 to 11-minute narration. What separates companies that disappear after a few years from those that continue thriving for generations? Why do some organizations lose their identity over time, while others remain strong, influential, and respected decade after decade? Built to Last explores these questions and reveals the principles behind some of the world's most enduring and visionary companies. This book isn't just about making money or achieving short-term success. It's about building something meaningful, something that survives challenges, evolves over time, and continues creating impact long into the future. Jim Collins and Jerry Porras spent years researching some of the most successful companies in the world, comparing visionary organizations with competitors that never achieved the same lasting influence. What they discovered completely challenges many common business assumptions. One of the most important lessons in the book is that visionary organizations are built on strong core values. These organizations know exactly what they stand for. Their mission and beliefs guide their decisions, culture, and long-term direction. While products, strategies, and leadership may change over time, their core identity remains consistent. This idea is powerful because it applies far beyond business. Whether you're building a company, a career, or your personal life, having clear values gives you direction during uncertain times. Another major concept in the book is the idea of preserving the core while stimulating progress. Visionary companies remain deeply connected to their core purpose, but they're never afraid to innovate and adapt. They don't stay stuck in the past. Instead, they evolve constantly while remaining true to who they are. This balance between stability and growth is what allows them to survive for generations. The authors also challenge the myth that great companies begin with great ideas. Surprisingly, many visionary companies didn't start with perfect business plans or revolutionary concepts. Instead, they succeeded because they built strong systems, cultures, and leadership structures that allowed them to adapt and improve over time. In other words, long-term success is less about one brilliant idea and more about creating an organization capable of continuous growth. One of the most memorable ideas in Built to Last is the concept of big, hairy, audacious goals, often called BHAGs. These are bold, ambitious goals that inspire people and push organizations beyond what seems possible. Visionary companies set goals that feel exciting, challenging, and meaningful. These goals create energy and purpose. They encourage people to think bigger, work harder, and unite around a common mission. The book also emphasizes the importance of culture. Strong companies create environments where people believe in the mission and feel connected to something larger than themselves. A healthy culture becomes a powerful force that shapes behavior, decision-making, and long-term success. Another fascinating lesson is that visionary companies don't rely entirely on charismatic leaders. While leadership matters, these organizations build systems and cultures strong enough to continue succeeding even after individual leaders leave. Their success becomes sustainable rather than dependent on one person. This idea highlights an important truth. True greatness comes from building structures that outlast individuals. The authors also explain that successful companies are willing to experiment. Instead of waiting for certainty, they try new ideas, learn from failures, and adapt quickly. Progress often comes through experimentation rather than perfect planning. And importantly, failure itself isn't seen as the enemy. Visionary companies understand that mistakes are part of innovation. What matters is learning, improving, and continuing to move forward. One of the reasons Built to Last remains so influential is because its lessons feel timeless. Technology changes, markets change, industries change, but the principles of purpose, discipline, culture, innovation, and long-term thinking remain incredibly relevant. The book also encourages readers to think beyond short-term rewards. Many organizations focus only on quick profits or temporary growth, but visionary companies think in decades, not just quarters. They build with patience, intention, and a commitment to lasting impact. At its heart, Built to Last is really about creating something meaningful that endures. It's about leadership with purpose, growth with values, and success that goes beyond money alone. Even if you're not an entrepreneur or business owner, the lessons in this book can still transform the way you think about life and success. It reminds us that lasting achievement comes from consistency, vision, adaptability, and staying true to what matters most. Another powerful takeaway is that greatness is built intentionally. Extraordinary organizations don't happen by accident. They are created through discipline, clear values, strong culture, and long-term commitment. And perhaps most importantly, the book reminds us that success isn't just about surviving. It's about continuing to grow, inspire, and create value over time. Whether you're dreaming of building a company, leading a team, or simply creating a meaningful life with purpose and direction, Built to Last offers lessons that are practical, inspiring, and deeply thought-provoking. It's not just a business book, it's a blueprint for long-term impact. So if you're ready to think bigger, build stronger foundations, and learn what it truly takes to create lasting success, this audiobook is absolutely worth listening to. Go ahead, find the full audiobook, press play, and discover the timeless principles behind organizations that were truly built to last.